Hi. So I think the fact that I'm standing up here today has finally proved, once and for all, that I'm Indian. That's my favorite line in this whole thing. So last summer, on a quest for self-discovery, I went on a bit of a recluse to Chicago. I actually had the opportunity to get together with a large group of Indian kids at the YJA, Young Jains of America, convention, where one of the main goals was to meet kids like us from all around the world. Now, as I briefly alluded to before, I am Indian. So I figured going to a place that was going to be full of people like me, I knew exactly what to expect. Instead of playing cards, kids would be playing chess. Instead of late nights partying, there'd be late nights studying. Conversations would die within 30 seconds. And don't get me wrong, this all happened. But I also discovered some things I hadn't anticipated. I met Indian children who hated math. You're laughing a little bit, but that's a big deal. I met Indian people who were really tall. I'd never seen anything like it. Now each person at the convention had this cool thing where everybody got a QR code, and there was this cool app where if you scan somebody's code, you get all their social media, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, WhatsApp, whatever anyone uses. You just one scan, you get it all. So I'm buying into it. I scan a few people's codes. I let a few people scan mine. Everybody's excited, meet new people, make new friends. Then all of a sudden, I get a text from a kid who had scanned my code earlier. Now, I won't say his real name, but we'll call him Jawaharlal. No reason, I just like that name. Now, let it be known that I am aware that some people text in unique ways. We all have those specific quirky things we do over text, whether it be the emojis we send or our severe disregard for punctuation. That helps define our virtual persona. I like to call it our textual identity. Thank you, I appreciate that. So now, right off the bat, I can see that Jawaharlal's textual identity is extremely unique. He's just different. He texts me and he goes, "Hi, can I get to know you?" Smiley face, thumbs up, fist bump, smiley face, the tongue out, I don't know, everything you could think of, he sent me all of it. And I didn't really know how to respond. But to be honest, it was kind of a shock to be asked a question like that. A question that, right from the start, was clearly probing for a deeper connection. Can I get to know you? I mean, I'm no genius. I once thought a walrus and a walnut were distant cousins. But I'm pretty sure that's not how you ask that. But oftentimes we get caught up in the day-to-day world of small talk that we forget the reason for its very existence, to get to know someone. Looking back on my time here at Warde, I'm never going to remember all the academic voyages I've embarked upon. I'm never going to remember the grade I got on a physics midterm, or the English essay I wrote on Macbeth, or how to use noodle tools to cite my sources. Sorry, Miss Mac. What I will remember are the relationships I formed, the relationships that we formed, through observation, through conversation, and through joking around with different people. Because if you can do those three things, if you can quietly observe, if you can converse, and if you can joke around with different people, you're going to make connections that will define how you come to understand yourself. I didn't know who I was coming into high school. Like many kids, I was caught up in getting good grades and doing well in school, justifying it by saying I wanted to push myself to see how good I could be. But looking back, I realized I have no idea why I wanted to do all that. I guess I was afraid of what would have happened if I didn't. Maybe I wouldn't be up here today. Maybe I wouldn't have felt so limited in terms of who I thought I was expected to be, because that's what I was really doing, wasn't it? By getting good grades, by putting a lot of time and effort into school and academics, I was inadvertently creating a persona for myself as soon as I walked through those doors. It felt like a prison. Like I couldn't get out of the reputation of being that smart Indian kid who was good at academics, but who probably didn't do anything else besides science ball. I felt claustrophobic, as if that was my destiny. That's just who I was. And if I didn't live up to it, I was a failure. Failing as something I didn't even want. But that's what life is, isn't it? You put these expectations upon yourself, you put these chains upon yourself without ever realizing that you're the only one who can get them off. Unless your dad's a locksmith, he can probably get them off. Whatever. And now every day I realize how fortunate I am to have gotten my chains off, to have taken the time to look up every once in a while, to have taken the time to get to know someone. Because if I didn't, Maybe I never would have gotten to fully appreciate all the really cool people sitting next to me right now. I know it was mentioned before by Jess, but we have a class of diverse and truly talented individuals, and I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, and I truly mean that, I was honored to be a part of that. Truly. We get a lifetime to educate ourselves, but we only got 4 years with these people. What I'm saying to you is that we get a lifetime to learn more things, but you're never gonna fully understand how much time you have with the people around you right now. What I'm saying is that you should take the time to laugh at yourself, to defy what's expected of you, and to never be afraid to ask someone if you could just get to know them. As for Jawaharlal, I did end up texting him back, and I found out that he was actually a competitive poetry writer, and this is the good part, he failed calculus. He's a damn inspiration. My point is, Jawaharlal was different, and so am I, and so are we. So don't put people behind bars. Scan their code, because oftentimes who they actually are just might end up surprising you. Thank you very much. If anybody wants to scan my code, I have it right here. All my social media, come find me afterward, I'll give it right to you. I'll give it to you. Thank you, congratulations to the class of 2019. Thank you, everybody.